All right, I guess this is it, right? This is where we talk about it. Hi guys, it's Dom here from JoJo Productions. Today I'm doing something a little different. As you could tell by the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about depression as a creative content creator and basically how to overcome your creative blocks so you can get back to doing what you love the most. To start with, this doesn't necessarily have to do with filmmakers and photographers. This can deal with anybody who is a creative, whether it be like a pencil artist, a musician, if you're a writer, just anything like that where you're creative and sometimes you just get a creative block. Now, I'm not going to get too far into detail as far as my story with depression goes, but let's just say I have been struggling with depression since I was like mid-teens. I do have to say that I think my depression has gotten better, or maybe I've just gotten better with dealing with it. I don't know. Either way, I know what it is like to struggle with depression. If you are going through depression right now and you need help, please do find the help that you need. We would hate to lose another person in this world. You are loved, you are needed. So with that out of the way, let's get into this thing. So the first thing is that yes, as a creative content creator, you are going to come across the time in your life where you just don't want to create anything, and that is totally okay. It is perfectly normal, and it happens to every single one of us. Anything can cause this to happen. It can be, a loss of a friend, jobs, breakups, just about anything traumatic that can happen to you. This can really throw a cloud over, your creative side. I personally went through a very big creative block time where I just didn't want to make anything, and it was earlier this year, and it was pretty rough. Like, I just didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to lay in bed, and it was just really, really hard to do anything. I didn't want to pick up a camera. I just didn't really want to do anything creative. Eventually, we all do kind of come out of this phase. It does take time, but hopefully we do come out of it. It's okay to get those. I do hope that you do get out of that little funk and get back to doing what you love the most, because that is super, super important. Anyway, I want to share some tips that have helped me get out of these little weird funks. And the first tip is to figure out what is, giving you this creative block, whether it be, again, a breakup, whether maybe your job isn't going well, if it's financial stuff. I think that it is very, very important for you as a person to be happy, because if you're not, obviously, you can't do the things that you love. And it is just, self-love, self-help is such a big, important thing, especially in today's day and age, where there is just so much crap out in the world. Depression, suicide, there's all these shootings that have been going on. It is very easy to, kind of get swept off your feet with all this kind of stuff. And so I think that finding help, whether it be professionally or maybe just through a friend, or whether you can kind of help yourself out of that little funk, I think that it is very, very important that you as a person are happy, because again, you need to be happy to be able to do what you love, obviously. Another thing that really, really helped me get out of these little creative funks was watching or doing something, or just admiring something that inspires you. So I would just watch a bunch of short films. I would watch a bunch of my favorite YouTubers that could make me laugh. I watched some of my, camera channels, filmmaking channels, just stuff and I would watch these videos, and it would really inspire me again. So if you can find something that inspires you to get back out there again, that is such a big thing, because inspiration is obviously what is going to fuel that passion that you have. So I don't know, maybe like reading a good book. In this case, for me, it's watching a lot of videos. I like to watch behind the scenes stuff because, I don't know, I just like to see how everything is done. If you're a musician, maybe it's hanging out with a friend that's, a really good musician that you look up to. Whatever it may be, just inspiration. Surround yourself with that good inspiration, and that hopefully will, that'll hopefully bring back that spark, and hopefully it'll make you want to get out there and start doing that all over again. The last and final little tip that I have is something that I do actually quite often, even when I'm not depressed, and it is just looking back at everything that you have done. It's, your creative journey is such a amazing, beautiful journey, and it is so cool to look back from where you were, where you have come from, and to see where you are now. For example, I can remember when I only had like 300 subscribers, and I never thought that I was, gonna do anything with YouTube, and I almost gave up actually. But here I am now up to 1,400 subscribers, and it's like, wow, geez, And I've looked back at all my videos, and it's very, very cool to see where I have come from. I have learned a lot. I've learned about cameras. I've gotten better equipment. I've learned how to light, and I have, I've just really, what would you say? I've practiced this craft, and it's just a really fun learning journey. So I think that I probably wouldn't be doing this if there just wasn't more to learn. And that's why I keep doing this. There's just always something new to learn. I think it's just super important that you get into something like that. If you can learn everything in a day, it's like, what's the point, It's not gonna fuel that, passion and everything. So I think that is just such a big thing. So if you are down, look back at where you come from and just be like, wow, I've come a long, long way. Because again, your creative journey is amazing. It is awesome. Wow, yeah, I've seen a lot of people grow. I've seen myself grow. So I think that is super, super important. It is okay to, give yourself a pat on the back and say, I think I've come a long way. I've done a really, really good job. There is nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so I hope those few little things have kind of helped you out. I know that those helped me out a lot. I definitely get into those creative block funks things every once in a while. And it really, really does suck. But it's very, very real. Whether, depression again is a huge, huge thing nowadays. We have seen too many people who have died from it, depression. A lot of people have taken their lives. So if you are going through depression and you feel like you just can't do it anymore, please do get some help. So yeah, I hope that these little tips helped. Again, just to get that passion back. I think it's really important to surround yourself with inspiration. That is just the biggest thing for me. And then again, I think another thing for me is just looking back on myself and see how far I've come, and and I'm glad I haven't given up, So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe. If you know anybody who is actually going through one of these creative block funky things, maybe even share this video for them. This might help. I hope it does anyway. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye.